Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into a topic that's close to my heart, the power of rethinking. It's something I think about a lot, and it's been crucial to my own journey of learning and growth. We often go through life holding on to our beliefs and assumptions, thinking we have it all figured out. But what if we're missing out on new information and better ways of seeing the world? That's where rethinking comes in. Based on the incredible book Think Again by Adam Grant, this video will explore why rethinking is essential for becoming better learners, decision makers, and even better people. Get ready to challenge your assumptions and embrace the beauty of changing your mind. So, what exactly is rethinking? It's a concept that might seem simple at first glance, but it holds profound implications for how we navigate our lives and make decisions. Imagine your brain is like a computer. Just as a computer runs various software programs, our minds operate on a set of beliefs, assumptions, and opinions that guide our daily actions and thoughts. You've got all this software running in the background, your beliefs, your assumptions, your opinions. These mental programs help us make sense of the world and respond to it efficiently. Over time, that software can become outdated. Just like an old computer program, our beliefs and assumptions can become less effective or even counterproductive as the world around us changes. It might not be running as smoothly as it used to. You might find yourself stuck in old patterns of thinking that no longer serve you well. Rethinking is like hitting the update button on your brain. It's a conscious effort to review and revise your mental software. It's about taking a step back and asking yourself, is what I believe still true? Are my assumptions still valid in the current context? Or could there be a better way to think about this? This process involves being open to new information and perspectives that might challenge your existing views. It's about questioning the default mode of our thinking and being open to new information and perspectives. This openness can lead to more innovative solutions and a deeper understanding of complex issues. Think of it like this. Have you ever used an app on your phone that felt clunky and outdated? Then you get an update and suddenly it's smoother, faster, and more enjoyable to use. The same principle applies to our thinking. That's what rethinking can do for your mind. It can make your mental processes more efficient and effective. It helps you let go of outdated beliefs and embrace new, more accurate, and helpful ways of thinking. And the best part? This process can lead to personal growth and a more fulfilling life. It helps you let go of outdated beliefs and embrace new, more accurate, and helpful ways of thinking. And the best part? Just like updating your phone doesn't erase all your data, rethinking doesn't mean you have to throw out everything you know. Just like updating your phone doesn't erase all your data, rethinking doesn't mean you have to throw out everything you know. Instead, it's about building on your existing knowledge and refining it with new insights. It's about building on your existing knowledge and refining it with new insights. This continuous improvement can lead to a more nuanced and sophisticated understanding of the world. So instead of clinging to old versions of the truth, rethinking allows you to upgrade your thinking and unlock a whole new level of understanding. This can open up new opportunities and possibilities that you might not have considered before. Remember, our brains are incredible organs capable of growth and adaptation. They thrive on new challenges and learning experiences. Rethinking is like giving your brain the tools it needs to stay sharp, relevant, and constantly evolving. By embracing this mindset, you can keep your thinking fresh and adaptable in an ever-changing world. So the next time you find yourself stuck in a mental rut, remember the power of rethinking. It's not just about changing your mind. It's about evolving your mind to meet new challenges and seize new opportunities. Embrace the process of rethinking, and you'll find yourself better equipped to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and confidence. Now let's talk about something many of us try to avoid, being wrong. It's a topic that often makes us uncomfortable, but it's one that holds immense potential for personal growth and development. We're often taught that being wrong is bad, something to be ashamed of. From a young age, we learn to associate mistakes with failure and embarrassment. But what if I told you that being wrong is actually an incredible opportunity for growth? Imagine the possibilities that open up when we shift our perspective on mistakes. Think about it. When you cling to the idea of always being right, you close yourself off to learning. You become rigid in your thinking, unable to see beyond your own viewpoint. You become defensive and less likely to consider other perspectives. This defensiveness can create barriers in communication and hinder collaboration. But when you embrace the possibility of being wrong, you open yourself up to a world of new knowledge and understanding. You become more receptive to feedback and more willing to explore different ideas. Suddenly, mistakes become less about failure and more about feedback. They provide valuable insights that can guide you towards improvement. They become stepping stones on the path to learning and growth. Each mistake is a lesson in disguise, offering you the chance to refine your skills and knowledge. Imagine you're learning to ride a bike. It's a process filled with trial and error. You're going to fall a few times, right? Those falls are inevitable and part of the learning curve, but each fall teaches you something. Each time you get back up, you gain a little more confidence and a little more skill. You learn how to balance better, how to steer, how to use the brakes. These lessons are crucial for mastering the skill, and eventually, you get it. The persistence pays off, and you find yourself riding smoothly. You're riding that bike with a big smile on your face. The joy of success is amplified by the journey it took to get there. The same goes for life. Every challenge, every mistake, is an opportunity to learn and grow. Every time you realize you're wrong, it's like falling off that bike. It might feel discouraging at first, but it's a crucial part of the learning process. It might sting a little at first, but it's an opportunity to get back up, dust yourself off, and try again with new knowledge and a fresh perspective. Each setback is a setup for a comeback. So the next time you find yourself proven wrong, don't despair. Embrace it. Celebrate it even. Recognize it as a sign of progress. It's a sign that you're learning and growing. Each mistake is a stepping stone on your journey to becoming a better, more knowledgeable person. Embrace the power of being wrong and watch how it transforms your life. One of the most effective ways to become better at rethinking is to adopt the mindset of a scientist. This mindset isn't just for those in white coats working in high-tech labs. It's a powerful approach that anyone can use in their daily lives. Now, you don't need a lab coat or fancy equipment for this, although those are pretty cool. What you really need is a willingness to question your assumptions and a desire to seek out the truth no matter where it leads you. Thinking like a scientist is about approaching the world with curiosity and a healthy dose of skepticism. It's about being open to new ideas and willing to change your mind when presented with new evidence. It's about constantly questioning, experimenting, and seeking evidence to support or refute your beliefs. This means not taking things at face value and always digging deeper to understand the underlying principles. Imagine a scientist conducting an experiment. They start with a question or a problem they want to solve. They have a hypothesis, an idea they want to test. This hypothesis is based on their current understanding and observations, but they don't just assume their hypothesis is correct. They know that assumptions can be flawed and that the only way to find the truth is through rigorous testing. They design experiments, collect data, and analyze the results to see if their initial idea holds up. This process is meticulous and requires attention to detail. And here's the key: they're open to being wrong. In fact, they embrace the possibility of being wrong because it means they have an opportunity to learn something new. In fact, they often expect to be wrong at some point in the process. This expectation keeps them humble and grounded, always ready to adjust their thinking. Because they know that each experiment, whether it confirms or challenges their hypothesis, brings them closer to the truth. Every piece of data is valuable, and every result is a step forward in their understanding. We can apply this same approach to our own lives. By thinking like a scientist, we can navigate the complexities of the world with a more open and inquisitive mind. Instead of clinging to our beliefs as absolute truths, we can treat them as hypotheses to be tested. This means being willing to let go of ideas that no longer serve us and being open to new perspectives. We can look for evidence that supports our views, but also be open to evidence that challenges them. This balanced approach helps us build a more accurate and nuanced understanding of the world, and when we encounter information that contradicts our beliefs, we can see it as an exciting opportunity to learn and refine our understanding. This mindset transforms challenges into opportunities for growth. Remember, the goal isn't to be right all the time, it's to be willing to adapt and evolve our thinking as we gain new insights. It's to be as accurate as possible in our thinking, and to be open to updating our beliefs as new information emerges. By adopting the mindset of a scientist, we can become more thoughtful, informed, and adaptable individuals. Chapter 4. Challenging your own thinking. Now, challenging your own thinking can be uncomfortable. It's easy to surround ourselves with people who agree with us. to consume information that confirms our existing biases. But true growth happens when we step outside of our comfort zones and actively seek out different perspectives. One way to do this is to engage in thoughtful disagreement. Find people who hold opposing views and have respectful conversations with them. Don't go into it trying to win the argument. Instead, approach it with a genuine desire to understand their perspective and to challenge your own assumptions. Another powerful technique is to play devil's advocate with yourself. When you find yourself strongly agreeing with something, take a moment to argue the opposite side. Force yourself to see the issue from a different angle. This can help you identify weaknesses in your own thinking and develop more nuanced and well-rounded perspectives. Remember, the goal here isn't to change your mind just for the sake of it. It's about strengthening your own thinking by exposing it to different viewpoints and challenging your own biases. It's about becoming more comfortable with uncertainty and ambiguity, recognizing that there's often more than one right way to see the world. Chapter 5. The Joy of Learning and Changing Your Mind. Too often we see changing our minds as a sign of weakness or inconsistency. But in reality, it's a sign of intellectual growth and a willingness to learn. It means we're open to new information and that we're not afraid to admit when we're wrong. Think about it this way. If you're constantly learning and growing, your thinking should be evolving too, right? Your beliefs and opinions should reflect your latest understanding of the world. Instead of fearing the feeling of being wrong, try to reframe it as an exciting opportunity for growth. Embrace the feeling of your perspective shifting, of your understanding deepening. Imagine you're reading a captivating book, and with each page you uncover new twists and turns in the plot. You might have to revise your initial predictions about the characters or the ending, but that's part of what makes the story so engaging. Changing your mind is similar. It's like adding new chapters to the story of your life, enriching your understanding of the world and yourself. So the next time you find yourself changing your mind about something, don't be afraid to embrace it. Celebrate it as a sign of your intellectual curiosity and your commitment to growth. Chapter 6. Listening to others and growing together. Rethinking isn't a solitary pursuit. It's something we do best when we engage with others, listen to their perspectives, and learn from their experiences. Think about the people in your life who hold different views than you. Instead of avoiding those differences, approach them with curiosity. Ask questions, listen actively, and try to understand the reasoning behind their beliefs. You might not always agree with them, and that's okay. The goal isn't to change their minds, but to expand your own understanding by considering different viewpoints. Remember, everyone has their own unique experiences and perspectives that have shaped their worldview. By listening to others with an open mind and a willingness to learn, we can gain valuable insights that we might never have considered on our own. It's like putting on a new pair of glasses. Suddenly you see the world in a whole new light, with details and nuances you might have missed before. So, create a space for open and honest dialogue with the people around you. Encourage respectful disagreement and be willing to challenge each other's thinking. Remember, the goal isn't to win arguments but to learn and grow together. So, the next time you catch yourself thinking, "I'm sure I'm right," take a moment to think again. Question your beliefs, be open to new ideas, and don't be afraid to change your mind. Remember, rethinking isn't about being wrong or right, it's about being open to learning, growing, and becoming the best versions of ourselves. It's about embracing the beauty of uncertainty and the joy of discovering new perspectives. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Let's all start rethinking together. Stay curious.